Hello everyone, this is Grayshaw117 here bringing you a new episode of Civilization 5 Red World War II mod as United Kingdom. For those who have missed out, we have made substantial progress. We have pushed pretty deep into German territory. How deep, you may ask? We took Berlin before the Russians. Take that, Stalin. Take that. Anyway, the Russians are doing pretty good. I've been kind of ignoring it, but they kind of took mostly all of Finland. I've kind of been ignoring that. Sorry, that little thing is the game just loading in. Civ does that for some reason. But anyway, as you can see here, yeah, they've taken a lot of Finn territory. They have making up for the past war, and oh boy, it's not going well. It is not going well. Bucharest being taken over. That should be destroyed pretty quickly. Looks like the Russians are... They got pushed back a little bit. It looks some German and Italian forces pushed up. It looks like they got smashed pretty quickly. If you look over here, there have been some defenses, but the Russians still are pushing in. The Germans and Italians seem to maybe try to counterattack over here, but it's not going so well for them. Going so well. Yeah, they're slowly being pushed back. Let's see. Poznan? Yeah, it's being hammered, so that's good. I like how now the capital is Dresden. It's like, really? Dresden? I'm assuming that that's the capital simply because the fact that it's the most I guess protection, but of all the places to put your city in, I mean your capital in, I would have been like, well, let's see. Where's the farthest distance between the two fronts? Pasu? Pasu? No. Yeah, Pasu is farther than anything. Let's put it there. You know what? Munich. Munich's great because there's still a bunch of cities and stuff between there, and the Russians are far away. Heck, if you want to even think the Russians are too slow, go to Vienna. Vienna's in a decent location, still by the Italian line. Although here, at least you're by the Italians, so you can have some forces guard it. We're in the phase in which I'm currently waiting for barbarians, because of course, you know, as always, they have such an important turn. It's ridiculous. Anyway, also, I want to thank Marcin. Thank you. I know, terrible names. Sorry, Marcin, for leaving a comment. They were sorry, responding that saying that apparently I'm different than most other YouTubers. How I'm a normal American, which I find pretty funny. I don't know. I'm a lot cool. For me, in general, I'm just a lot like, unless I'm like really excited about something, then I kind of freak out. I'm usually just pretty calm, even in situations. And I'm like, okay, let's relax, let's get this through. So that's just me. God damn it, God damn it, French. You guys suck. Oh my god. Alright, looks like the Italians are still pushing up. That's gonna be really annoying. Come on, French. Really? I'm taking Rome. The least you can do is defend your border. Some people. And even defend their own border. Alright, can't really do... Wait, can I move? Yeah, I can. Cool. Move up my sub. That out. You hide. Alright, keep a cover over this area. Anyway, so as I was stating, we have this, pretty much the... Unfortunately, the, Germans still hold this area pretty heavily. Managed to kill some, few units, but again, we can't really press all that much. Oh, this poor little infantry unit. Oh, wait. Die. Really? Really? Alright, whatever. Begin the march. March where, sir? Further into Germany. At this point, they have no front line, so I can pretty much go crazy. Continue to surround them. Let's see. Land factory. Could always use more armored units. Get you under my control. Let's try to calm the fire in Berlin. You know, they may be a tad bit upset that they got taken over by the British. Maybe a little bit. Probably. Oh, and for those who don't know, on the side, and this is just channel related, I uploaded the top 10 movies, and so far it's been pretty well received, so glad everyone is enjoying that. That, you know, we push back, we'll get past this fortified line and try to hit Nuremberg. I think the only access, okay, so the only city we need from Germany is Munich, which is great, because again, we're kind of heading this in general direction. Looks like we'll try to meet up with the Russians up here. Looks like we might actually touch front lines, so that would be awesome. That way, of course, we can close the gap between the Germans, and then we can join up and just start slowly. They push in from one side, I continue to push in from the other. German support, and yeah, we just keep doing our thing. I am not gonna mention anything about, well, how do I say this the best way possible? I'm not gonna really say anything about the current Italian invasion of Paris. Not Paris. What's the terminology I'm looking for? I am just not gonna talk about Marseille and the southern France. It's not my fault the French can't hold their border. Okay, I have been pushing the Germany for way longer than they. Wow. Okay. Holy crud. P-40 Warhawks, you guys suck. Really? What about my Spitfires? Those things were amazing. Apparently you guys can go toe-to-toe. You guys are going toe-to-toe. That was like the first loss you've had in some time. Oh my god, get it together, people. Seriously. Alright, I'm just using all my bombers to hit Nuremberg. I'll push up and probably take that city next. Just keep heading south and block Munich and then take the rest. Try to, I guess, focus my forces and come through here as well. So I've like we'll separate ourselves into two separate groups. Alright, luckily we do have some armor. Landing in either Germany or France or Netherlands. That's pretty cool. Gets more reinforcements. Continue to push down. Just keep taking out these isolated German units. Down south, of course, we still have the annoying, the really annoying. I do mean really annoying. Just Italian forces that will not just. Oh my god, they just won't give me a break. Like no matter what I do, like they will not give up Africa, and it's so annoying. Alright. Trying to move all those bombers, by the way. We're going to move them to Naples. Naples, whatever the city's name is. But that way we have close bomber support, and also most of our aircraft are doing pretty well. As well. Actually, how is Greece doing? Greece, once again, won't send up their men. They're just busy guarding their border, which is fine if they just want to keep the Italians and Germans out. That's great. Yeah, helping up here would probably be better for them. That way they can meet up with the Germans and just kind of close the front. But, oh wow, Bucharest was taken. Oh wow, nice job, Russia. And any more movement? What is this? This is Hungary and Romania. Yeah, Romania. Yeah, going well. No, I just want to click the unit. Thank you. All right. What do we? What is this? Howitzer guns? Get out of here. Phew. Alright. Anyway. We need to kill this unit. Slowly but surely we'll kill these, what, light tank destroyers? They should be annihilating those things. Because it's a tank destroyer. Versing infantry. What am I going to do when I take out Germany? Win the game. That's what I'm going to do. And thank you, General, and let's see. Game Med Hunters? Alright. Thank you. But, oh, god damn, that's a lot of damage. Okay, so infantry, just hold. In the meantime, just hold. Actually, let's send you back and help kill this unit. Oh, there we go. Get an upgrade. Meantime, we'll send my battleship up here, try to cause some damage against these random units scattered about. Oh, wait, I still have my Typhoons. Cool. Kill this unit. Oh, come on. Take it out. Yay. Took it out. Honestly, my goal is to just conquer Germany with an iron fist, as the British would, you know. Definitely separating myself from anything the Russians would do. Liberate Zagreb. Wait, what do you mean wait. Hold on. Oh, well, yeah. Well, I'll see you around. Here's the thing. Hate to break it to you. Some of these like random ones, like Denmark and Zagreb, aren't exactly very vital, to me winning this game. So it's like, yeah, I could liberate it, or I could just go for the cities that need to be liberated. God dang it! Stop taking the city. My God. I will. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. I keep taking this. Oh my God. We have French forces. Finally, we have French forces. Like, great. Help me take out this annoying Italian that won't die. He just has anti-aircraft guns for Pete's sakes. Oh boy. Yeah, Flying Fortress B-17. Oh, good. Wait. Oh, good. They took that northern. They took Poznan. Good. Oh, look, we actually met up. We met up with the Russians. That's awesome. I'll send my forces to take uh, Stettin, and then I'll just send them south and just keep pushing. Take out cities left and right, but honestly, I don't like. It's funny, Germany. We have most of Germany's forces kind of blocked up here, so I can't really say or do much to really like. Hey, it's like, hey, yeah, it's like we have them pretty much under our control. Also, just saying, I also like how I can't see Russia as they are like it seems like they are a threat. Or they're an enemy force. Hopefully that's not the case. If I have to fight Russia, oh my God, that would be incredibly annoying. Oh boy. Like Russia just declares war out of left field. I'm like, God dang it. All right, here's the thing. Yeah, one way or another, I'll liberate it. Um, if anyone's watching this and they're new to Company of Heroes 2, I'm gonna be very polite. Play the campaign. Play some, I would probably say public games with reversing AI. That way you get a better idea on how to play the game. And then once you start getting at a point where it's like, yeah, that's good, you can start saying, because I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be like bad, but we, typically a newer player doesn't necessarily know how to really play the game. You can have a great game, and don't get me wrong, that could happen. And I'm very grateful if you have a great game and everything goes your way and it's fantastic. My concern is the fact you're still a relatively new player in the grand scheme of things. So, alright, let me just kill this unit. So, it's hard to say it's like, oh my God, I'm not gonna, it's like, because it sounds like I'm not gonna accept any. That's not the case. But I also just want to let people know that, especially as a newer player, there's some subtle things like that you can do. Just troop movement, strategies, counters, etc. If you can get that stuff down and you do really well, then great. I'll gladly take a look. But I'm just letting you know that's probably not the. What the heck, Salem? Alright, after this I have to text someone about the TV show Salem. Never heard of it, I've never watched it, but apparently it's a good show. At least what they said. Let's see. Moving on. Oh, good. We'll deal with that. I'm sure the French can deal with the Italians. I'm sure they can. I mean, I'm taking the southern part of Italy, so the least they can do is hold back the Italian invasion going on with them. Oh, okay, so it's not as bad to take this city. Maybe if I can deploy another paratrooper down there, that would actually help. Actually, can I have my bombers attack Pescara? If I can't attack Rome right now, and I'll have my battleships keep hitting it. I'll take the weaker city. I'll gladly attack it. Alright, let's actually move here. Start pounding this unit as well. Do a little bit more damage. Try to just take it out. That we can move up my troops. Looks like over here, the Italians are pretty much just ground force. They don't have any naval forces. Alright, let's see what they have in the skies. Oh, and by the way, the COH2 video for today is being uploaded. It's a 3v3 on Lizard Factory. I really, really enjoyed it. Because here's a tip for anyone playing Company of Heroes 2. In the middle of a game, even if you're winning, never stay easy. Or never, like, talk down to the enemy team. Because it can bite you very hard. We came back and curb stopped these guys so bad. They thought there was a new commander and we were paying to win. Like, it was a pay to win. I love when people think that because that's obviously not the case. Obviously not. And you can say, oh, Gray Shot, but Company of Heroes 2, it's like, it has some commanders that you have to pay for. So it's pay to win. No. Pay to win is again, it's like, if you pay money to win a game, yes, that is pay to win. However, in this case, all the commanders we were using, and I'm not even kidding you, all the commanders we were using were free. We used the Breakthrough Commander, we used Special Operations, we're OKW, all of us were. And it's so weird because it's like, both of those are free. Hate to break it to you, but they're both free. Okay? This isn't something where it's like, it's like a new commander no one knows how to play as, and then it's like, oh my god, of course you're winning, you have this thing. It's like, no, not even close. The only commander we were using that was paid for technically was fortifications, and I can guarantee you that doctrine is not OP. Because again, it can easily be countered by artillery. Even like it's special, as long as you don't have sight lines on the area, you're fine. But yeah, it's funny because they were essentially just complaining about it, and it's just like, stop it, just stop it, please. You have no idea what you're talking about. It's funny, it was like a level 100 talking about it. Hopefully that thing back. Really kill that. We'll kill more units and then we'll deal with everything else. Can I take this? No, I can't. Alright, just move down here. In the meantime, all bombers, you have a new target. Attack this city. Good, another siege. Yeah, never underestimate the enemy. And don't get me wrong, the guy was good. He was like a 3-star player, and I'm like, oh, this was a good strategy. What he did, I'm being honest, it was like a good, well-developed strategy, and it's like, okay. But it's like, you never want to say it's like good game, or like, you guys suck, or you're cheating, or something like that. Because then, of course, if the player's not, like, I put a video up of, and I did it kind of like, it's like modding, and it technically was a glitch in the game, but I still wanted like people to get the idea. It's like, it was literally just like an MG glitch where they could shoot across the map. That's cheating in my book. But anyway, we're just trying to figure out, and we did a decent job at countering their stuff, but it's just like, yeah, we can't fight that. There's no way we could fight that. Actually, let's send my units over here. Try to deal with this infantry. Help the goddamn fragile a little bit at least. But yeah, it's just like, none of our commanders were pay to win, and none of them were OP. Like, if it was a newer commander, I would understand that, because it's like, okay, I haven't dealt with this before, so I don't know how to counter it. But the commander we're using is fortifications, and then 2 basic commanders that you would get with the OKW. And then they were using the commando doctrine, which is fun for the British. They were using airborne, and they were using, I think it was Guards Rifle Troops, which has the IC-152. They were using that as well. And it's like, sure, none of those are free, but they're all really great commanders. Some of those are probably better than a lot of paid commanders. Try to get close to Dresden. That... I guess I can move this onto the front lines real quick. But I feel like, I guess with the rise... Actually, this is good space talk. With microtransactions, stuff like that, people, especially within recent games, people say it's a lot more pay to win. Or it's a lot more, like, unfair. I don't find it... Okay, so... So, like, a great example would be Destiny released a new thing that you could level up your character to level 25 or something. In that game, there was a lot of loot-based stuff that you could have, so you could be a level 25 character. I mean, you're paying like $40, which is like, oh, which is ridiculous in my book. Like, they give it, like, that's... I don't know who would pay for that. That is an obscene amount of money just to level up a character with nothing attached to it. But you get no armor, so you're essentially like the weakest level 25 you can possibly be. Or like Rainbow Six Siege, where, or no, Halo 5 is a good one. Where Halo 5 you get drops, and you can use microtransactions to buy random gear. But in Halo 5, there's only one mode you get like a boost, and that's Warzone. That's just like getting tanks and stuff. And you can easily, like, you could say, oh my god, the Scorpion tank's overpowered. It's like, yeah, but, I mean, like, it's a tank. And you know what tanks are weak? Weak? Yep. The weak against? Rockets. And guess what's way cheaper and you get plenty of as commons? Rockets. So I don't like, my thing is when people say something, that's not pay to win. That's just random. And I don't mind that because it's not like you can get it any other way. There's no way you can pay to get a certain armor other than just random luck. And you can easily get that by just playing the game. Like, if you just play the game, you can unlock stuff normally. Same thing like COH2. Rainbow Six Siege is the same way. People say, like, that was pay to win. I'm like, I haven't paid a dime, not even a dime, a penny for any microtransaction or booster in that game. I have all the commanders and everything. And I've played for probably, I want to say, 20 hours. That's like a decent length single player game. Maybe a little bit more, I'll be honest, probably like 30 hours with Siege. But Siege is just so fun. And also, I haven't even gone through half the situations. If you play like the low, like, training missions that they give to you, I guarantee you could have everything under like 20 hours. It is not that bad to unlock like all the commanders and stuff. Which, again, I find really weird that people say that game is like... that like there's some hidden microtransactions. Sure, there's boosters and you pay if you don't have less time. Okay, I should probably mention something. Boosting for time, I don't care. Because there are a lot of people like myself. I played a lot of games and movies this year, but I physically could not play everything. Like, 2 games that's not going to be on my top 10s list is Witcher 3 and Metal Gear. Not because I don't want to play those games, I just don't have time to play those games. I get bogged down by everything else. Not bogged down. That sounds like a bad. That sounds like I'm like hating it. But there's just so much to play and so much to see and do. There's just not enough hours in the day for me to do it. And even if I could somehow, I don't want to force myself to play something I don't want to. Like, I could maybe have forced myself to play Witcher 3, but that's not fun. And I feel bad. Like, when people say I want to review games, I'm like, ooh. Because you have to, like, review, like, Fallout 3 or 4 in, like, a week. That's, like, a 100-hour game you have to somehow cram in 7 days. Good luck with that, by the way. Because, like, you think, oh, that's fun. You get to play it every single day. And then you realize you play it every single day. And it just, like, that can be like a chore upon itself, like an unseen obstacle. Oh, good! Look, the Russians are here. All right, cool. So we'll deal with this random unit. Hi. So anyway, back to this. Like, so if people want to like speed up their playthrough, that way they can get through a game, that's fine with me. I have no issue with that because again, I'm one of the few opportunities where I manage my time exceptionally well, so I can make sure I can play these games. But I know a lot of people just don't have the time. So if you don't have the time, I completely. Can I put really? And please hit the thank you. So I completely understand the fact, like, okay, you don't want to play it. That works. It's like get to stuff you can, which is why I like shorter games. I would like one of the games I wish I could have played this year was Until Dawn, because that's a 10-hour game that everyone says is one of the best games of the year. And unfortunately, I just didn't have time to play it because it's on PS4, which I will maybe get eventually if I have cash and get through law school. But for right now, I just don't. It's just not within my price range. It's not. I mean, I could probably get it. Let me rephrase that. I probably could get it. It's just not something I want to get because it's just like, okay, I have a PS4. Great, I have to buy games. Like, I don't buy that many games for my Xbox anyway. And also, PC is great with sales. PC is like one, except for actually the Xbox sale. The Xbox actually has some really good deals. Like, you can buy Ori and the Blind Forest for $10, or actually, more Infantry would be good right now. Or you could get what's it called? Witcher 3 for like $25 digital. And I love buying things digital. I know a lot of people don't, but with digital, you can literally share 2 accounts and both people can play at the same time. That's what my brother and I do on Xbox One. So I bought Rainbow Six Siege. We can both play at the same time. Same thing with Halo 5 and stuff, which is why I got the Halo 5 Collector's Edition. Kind of mad about because I mean, Locke's okay. Feel better about him and Jessica Jones, so I'm not as bad. So I know he's a good actor. It's just he wasn't given the best material. But yeah, so it's like, oh, was it going through? So there was a digital code. People like flipped out at Microsoft, like, I need a physical copy, and I'm just like, I was like one of the few people to send message like, when I listen to Podcast Unlock. My great thing to do, listen to podcasts in the car or like audiobooks, stuff like that. You'll get through a lot of material. Anyway, so I'm listening to it and people are like, oh my god, I don't see why anyone would want a digital. And I like message them like, dude, it's like, if I can get a digital copy, it's so hard to get a digital copy for a cheaper price on Xbox. But if you can, it is so much more cost effective for between 2 people. And it's like, as long as you have a friend you trust, that is a good bargain. That's a really good deal. And no, I'm not like trying to sell anyone here on Xbox One. I'm just stating, like, if Steam would allow you to buy a code and you could share your Steam account and that way you could play a game at the exact same time, not the 15-minute period where they ask you to get off, the exact same time with each other, then I would be like, Steam would be better. But right now, it's like Microsoft's the only, as far as I know, Sony doesn't do it, so. Wow, there's been a whole conversation. I apologize. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry, I kind of went on like a rant there. But anyway, let's see what you guys stated. Partisans is not overpowered. They're actually really nice. They're good early game and actually even late game for like hitting strategic targets. The problem is people like, let's spam partisans. Like, no, you idiot. Partisans die in like 2 seconds. That's like the worst thing you can possibly do. But wow, we completely annihilated this. Yeah, it's like that's a terrible thing to do. But but if you can hit like tanks, if you can hit crippled tanks and other stuff, it's one of the best units in the game because you can like sneak a unit that can like do a lot of damage against tanks and just kill like a wounded King Tiger. That's huge. That's what you need it for. But a lot of people are like, let's blob them together and send them out. It's like, no, 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 no. That you don't do that. That's not gonna help you win. No resistance. Okay, cool. They're, I guess they're in the repair stage. Wow, again, no resistance. Or am I not just am I not clicking in the boundary? Oh, okay. All right, Dallas. Oh, Soviet Reserve Army. Okay. Yeah, Soviet Reserves is pretty good. I'll say that. All right, good. My chat is cooperate. Oh, good. That unit died. Yay! There goes that random tank destroyer. Okay, let's move our paratroopers up and take over this city. Because if I can take this city, it's easier to take this city. I guess just hold here. Make sure they don't push up any further. Now then, let's have our bombers do the kind civilized thing of just bombing this place to Kingdom Come. But yeah, the only game I like a lot of the only like games that literally come to mind as being like, oh my god, this is pay to win is anything involving mobile. Like there are a lot of mobile games that are like pay to win, guaranteed. That I will certainly say is like if you play a mobile game like there's like a Star Wars game and stuff like that that you literally have to pay for shards. I forget. I think it's Star Wars Galaxy. No, it's not Galaxy. It's also an MMO. Star Wars Heroes or something. I've heard nothing but things about saying that game was literally just like microtransaction BS. Alright, let's move the battleship over here. Help with support. Anti-air defense. Do we... Have we seen any other... Yeah, I mean, like, there's been an Italian ship here or there, but there's been no U-boats or anything. Really anywhere. And we're still getting a ton of supplies. Which is great. Alright. Oh, the howitzer. I almost forgot. Alright, move. Alright, howitzer, you get sent down to Frankfurt. Dealing with that random here, the random U over there. Just like random units in scattered territory. Little pieces of resistance that just won't back down. Question is, will we take this? Actually, big question, will we take this city before the Russians do? That's going to be interesting. Alright, let's move down south, because of course the Russians have that area locked down. Cool, we have this area essentially locked. We have the northern Germany pretty much like at a deadlock. They have nothing there, which is awesome. Keep heading Rome. Smacking this unit. Fence, and next turn. Okay, not bad. Alright, let's see what you guys are talking about. Well, Smithy, if you're from France, just letting you know, France has been has not been invaded for the longest time, except the Italians threw everything they had there, and the French are kind of just holding. I like this defensive position they have, but I'm busy conquering Germany. I'll deal with France a little later. Once I conquer all of Germany and take out Denmark, I'll sweep in through Italy and make sure that France gets liberated. I will admit the Italian counterattack has actually been pretty successful in southern France. However, I can almost guarantee that with French forces that they are not going to be able to push up much deeper, simply because of the fact that the French has Nice bottleneck here, and also more forces coming down to help secure that area. Along with, again, we have naval superiority, so they're being cut off from trade. And as I'm slowly pushing up the southern tip of Italy, they'll have less and less production facilities, which essentially cuts them off. I just noticed this Florence is gonna be an oh my god, that's gonna be so annoying to take Florence because look at that damage. It's not even by I can't hit it with naval forces. All right. Hopefully by then we can start sending forces from southern, from Africa. Finally get that place calmed down because I think we finally just annihilated most of their men and finally just push up and deal the fatal blow to Italy. All right. What cities have I conquered? I have essentially conquered all of Libya, half of Tunisia. Uh, Norway's under a civil war, which is why I haven't really gone up there. Tried to liberate Denmark. Liberated Alberg twice, but the Germans sent so many forces I couldn't really deal. Like, look at all that, and they're pretty much just guarding the city like it's their like last. It's like this is the holy relic of the German Empire, Alborg, for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, I I'll send more armor units back that way since I deal with the stragglers and terror. Like, oh, cool, that died. I'll send these guys up north, try to fight them off. Oh, good, that unit died too. Awesome. Anyway, so I'll send 2 pieces of armor units up this way, maybe these 2 down south. Continue to push through Germany, and yeah, just deal with it and just keep removing, taking them out one by one. Like I said, half of Germany is under my control, so really cannot complain at all. Stay hydrated. Playing video games is very tedious, very excruciating. I'm actually not. Funny enough, you one of the you may not think of it, but actually playing games can get you stressed out. So just like a normal sport, if it causes you a lot of if it taxes you, make sure you stay hydrated. Otherwise, it really can damper your gameplay, or your tactics and your reflexes, stuff like that. I'm not near like I'm not like I'm not going fast enough in this game to be like, oh my god, it's so taxing. But in other games like oh, what is it called? Oh good, London's free. London, build a Churchill. Build that Churchill. We need a Churchill before this war's over. And for you, military base would be good. We could use a place stock more material. Broadcast tower. All right, let's send these up north. Try to deal with this incursion, and then let's liberate this. Wait a second. I think. Hold on. This may be. Wait, is it? I think this may be. This may cause my game to crash because I think this may be a Polish city. I forget. We shall see. Anytime I have to deal with the city-state, I, like, cower in fear, because this game's like, sorry, you wanted to take this city? Well, guess what? Oh, thank Christ. Guess what? We don't really like that all that much. So, you know, we're just gonna crash your game. Thanks. Anyway, try to deal with this random unit in my territory. Keep pushing south. Alright, let's see. Where can I move to? Prague is heavily defended. We have more infantry moving down that way. Probably should push a tank over here. That way they don't get oh my god. Hello! Found where the Germans were. Or the German pocket. My god. Was not expecting that at all. Alright. So, how are you doing? Alright, let's continue the trek south. Really, anything I can, I guess, come over here and make sure they don't flank me. Push in here. I mean, just keep pushing for Nuremberg. Slowly but surely, I'll push up and take it. There's a pocket over here, a pocket of Germans over here. Not really much up the gut. Really surprised about. But hey, if we can keep pushing, take over that spot, and just move through here, Germany will be ours in no time. Alright, let's see. Let's focus our, wait. Hold on. Before we do that, let's send our fighters out. But do you guys have comments? I will not let them conquer your country, but they may conquer a couple more cities. That may happen. Anyway, so let's see. Oh yeah, these men. Actually, you can push this way. Again, the faster we push into southern, into Germany, the better off it's gonna be. Because the more territory I take and the farther I push and the more I can cut these guys off, quicker we can end this war. Let's see. All the fighters go? No, only a few. Yeah, but I am really surprised by the German AI too. I really thought they would be better or a lot more interesting, but honestly, it just turned into, well, I mean, once my Air Force was fantastic. I'll say this. This Air Force, my God, I just been sweeping through, and the Luftwaffe did not have a chance. Oh, great, they have a ton of stuff by Munich. That's gonna be annoying. But no, honestly, I'm actually very surprised by the progress I've been going with this game. Actually, that city is probably, let's take Dresden with most of our bombers, because I can take Dresden and I know I can hold that city. The rest of them, I'm not sure. Simply because of the fact that, if you can see, they're surrounding Nuremberg. So I want to really kind of push out those forces around Nuremberg before I move up. It's same thing like down in Italy, in Africa, where I took the city, but the Italians just took it back because they had so many men. I like how there's a random French unit down there not helping me. Thanks, dude. Thank you. You're helping me so much. How does this city have 73 defense? How? I keep killing it. Just doesn't make sense. 73 defense. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Yeah, the only actually, I'm actually surprised by how much the Italians have been faring, how well the Italians have been faring, because again, even though, look, don't get me wrong, I'm pushing through southern Italy pretty easily, and honestly, if all the forces attacking France were honestly down in Italy, I would be having issues. I would be having serious issues. But because they're kind of invading France, no offense, dude, I'm actually doing way better. Not saying that, you know, invading France is a is a good thing, but in this scenario, it's kind of a good thing. All right, we'll take that next turn. Just hold this location. Don't get me wrong. I mean, taking these cities right here are going to be a pain because I'm going to need some heavy firepower to start pounding them. Actually, all bombers, focus on the city of Rome. And don't hit any major important sites, because then people start yelling at me. Alright, you hold. You keep doing damage. Alright. Boom, ba, bing. Hold. Take out that infantry. By the way, even if though they repair, that's still costing them personnel and material, which is why I keep doing it. Oh, good. Looks like the Italians broke off their offensive. So, looks like they're kind of refocusing up north, but the French have infantry stationed at actually pretty good locations. They should be okay. They should be okay. Oh, more bombers. Cool. I need you. Go to Metz. I could always use another bomber over here. Wait, is it? No, Cologne is where the bombers are. Another bomber! Oh, kind. We'll send you down south, because, yeah, we kind of need more bombers. Very good, very good, very good. Our offensive is going as planned. Don't kill the Pope. I will try not to kill the Pope. But, you know, I also have to liberate Rome. So, you know, that could be a thing. Tiger killing partisans. Yeah. So, was it Yavert? No. Elusive Man, I think. I think it was Elusive Man. Literally killed, like, had partisans and kept killing tigers. And I was, like, stunned by how well his partisans were doing. So, yeah. Partisans can kill tigers. Here's the thing. Yugoslavia is fighting them, but as we can see, they're not exactly taking back their city. Alright? I will try and take back Zagreb as soon as possible, but that's like the farthest. I mean, like, I have to push through a lot of Germany to get there. I'm pushing through Germany pretty quickly, faster than I have been. I'm gonna be very frank about that. I've been taking German cities left and right, as you know. But oh, Finland. Seen them in a while. How are they doing? Under Russian control. Sounds about right. Actually, the Russians in this situation should be pushing up to attack. Wow, these cities under fire from Russian bombers? If so, that's great. Norway could actually win the Civil War, even though most of the territory is currently under German control. I really just calling it a Civil War, because they're still active and fighting. So I just call it false paratroopers leading rebels resistance, leading German forces or units siding with Germans against those who side with the original government, which is still holding the capital, which is pretty good, and we're still sending supply lines to there, so that's good. And it looks like their howitzers also doing lots of damage, so it looks like they'll hold that city. Unfortunately, if I could look down there, the Russians seem to be pretty much finishing off Romania and Hungary. I hate to break it to you, but if you live in those countries, looks like history will repeat. Although, if you live in Greece and Yugoslavia, you should be good. You should be good. You shouldn't have to deal with a lot of, you know, Russian issues that have come from there. Just checking the time. Smartwatch, love it. Notifications pop up. Let's see. Just protect splints. All right. I know AI. Does the game have a time limit like 1945? I believe so. I believe that it's the. It'll finish 1945, and if nothing happens, well, then the game ends with the person who has the most score. And scores over here, we can see again, Joseph Stalin has the most, but again, it's either score or those who have cities. And actually, if we see here, we're in the positive. Greece is kind of low on, getting low on. I think this means is that they're negative. I believe it's like, so if they're in this situation, they're not gaining oil; they're losing oil. So we can see both Adolf Hitler and Mussolini are both losing a lot of materials and fuel. Especially Mussolini. Mussolini might actually be drained on fuel and have to like go in reserves. And so is Greece. Greece is slowly but losing fuel. But as the French and myself, we are doing quite well. So we really don't have to worry. And as you can see, Russia's doing fantastic. They're okay. You think my like, small gains over here, look how big Russia is. You can conquer it. Actually, conquering Russia is not as difficult as it may appear. A lot of their cities, as you can see, are lower level. So it's very easy. You can very easily move through a lot of their cities. Um, I actually was able to push, like in a game as I played as Germany, all the way to Moscow. I pushed all the way to Moscow and like all the way up, like here, and just like had a huge chunk of this territory under my control because the Russians didn't have like a huge blockade of forces just moving through. They had just small pockets, and I would just attack them with a lot of troops. Of course, that was a detriment because again, when they made have like flanked me or did something like I didn't see coming, but that's just how they were. So. All right, we're pushing up. We'll try to take this city. I will try to liberate Alaborg by the end of this game. Let's go with administrative. Let's see. Let's send you guys down south because you guys, I hate to break it to you, we got some more cities to crack, such as this city down here. All right, and we'll send you. We'll send you to Mattisburg. That way you can head to. What is the city? Hasu? Or maybe flank around help Nuremberg. Whatever the case, you're heading down that way. Looks like the Russians are helping me out. Looks like we're gonna flank them all the way over here. Russians are now pushing south. Well, I'm holding this flank. Very nice. Hey, at least we'll get Poland. Actually, no, it's a bad thing. Sorry, Poland. Looks like you're under Russian control. Not my fault. Did all I could. Think of this Russia as not a Soviet dictator, but think of him as this Stalin is good-hearted, which is why he just couldn't bear to fight the Italians and invade them. He just had an epiphany where he's now a good person. That may be incredibly hard to believe and probably not even close to true, but hey, if it makes me sleep a little better, I will take it. Dang it, that unit will not. Probably would have helped with artillery. Probably could have killed it with artillery. Slowly but surely kill that unit. Come back into friendly territory. But yeah, we're near the mountain range, so we're getting close to the end of, I guess to the lower portion of Germany. I think we're actually we're in Austria. Like, this is Austria. So, yeah, as soon as we take this, like, I want to say 2/3 of Germany is under our control. At the very least. At the very least. They have any fighters whatsoever? Okay, they have a couple. No resistance, huh? Just down south? Yeah, it's the Italian fighters. That's the biggest issue right now. Lots of Italian fighters. Well, actually not a lot, just a few, but... Luckily, my Spitfires are top-of-the-line fighters that will pretty much annihilate any Italian plane or German plane for that matter, that's in the sky. The Germans tried to counter. They actually upgraded their troops, but their upgraded planes they just couldn't go toe to toe. And it showed. They just yeah, just hold. You are surrounded, so just hold, my good friend. Oh, look. Okay, so I actually didn't see this. So it looks like the Germans are slowly pushing back. But luckily, of course, we have more men, and we still have more men coming down, so we should be able to take Nuremberg and push down here pretty quickly. Alright, actually, bombers! Hey, bombers! Where are you? Hello! I need you to do some strafing. First, Typhoons, kill that unit. Perfect. One less unit I don't have to worry about. And, all bombers. Focus on the city of Nuremberg. We're going to take that city out. It's going to be annihilated. It's going to be destroyed. We're going to push on through and keep on moving. We're going to keep this, wind train a-going. Looks like the Italians are trying to focus all their men in one desperate last-ditch attempt to hold this area. And it will fail. It will fail. Because I have more than enough men to take this stupid city. Hopefully. Come on. Oh, anti-aircraft. Oh, great. They had 2 anti-aircraft guns. I can't use it there. I may actually... You know what? I'll move my fighters up into Italy. That way I can do a lot more damage. Anyway, speaking of damage, let's finally take this location, which I know a lot of you have been wanting to. Boom, bada bing. Pescara is now under our control. Now then, let's do the important thing of getting all of our troops in the proper location. Begin the bombing those troops. Use our Wellingtons to not do any damage against that. Alright, fine. Have our bombers focus here. Weaken that city down to a pulp, so that way our troops can easily move up and take it. Rome can't be hurt, which is why I'm kind of focusing down here, as that city is most likely the next place where we kind of want to go. Can I move my bomber? No, I can't. Alright, fine. B-17, still have range. Alright. Even that heavily defended city. Push down, and essentially I'll just easily move my troops and take over that pretty quickly. There we go. Lots of damage. We should hopefully be able to take Rome pretty quickly. I would probably say by the end of this, Rome will be under our control. Because we just... Literally, we are... like, my bombers are doing so well, just reducing them to such a low point, that they can't really do anything. Where's that? And units. That. You keep holding. Yeah. The Italians are trying, but look like the French are holding off, so your French forces are doing quite a good job. Alright, what do you guys have? It's only good-hearted. I know, that's a joke. I'm gonna be honest. I know every. By the way, before you say anything, I know everything Stalin has done, and I also know that his death was quite deserving of that man for dying, for literally having a stroke and lying face down in his own. Face down in his own mess, 3 days, because everyone was scared to go look at him. That's how bad it was. Like, he was so feared that his people saw him lying on the ground and thought he were too afraid to help him. That's the best part. Yeah, tiger killing partisans. That's exactly what I need. Exactly what I need. Although, to be fair, there are no tigers. The Germans, I mean, it's 1942, so I guess technically the Germans could have tigers, maybe prototypes, if they rushed it. But, I mean, I barely got a Churchill out, and that's you would think is a standard tank. They probably don't have a Tiger out. They barely... I think they have Panzer IVs. They definitely have Panzer IVs, and they do have a lot of, Panzer IIIs. But honestly, I just am not seeing any Tiger. I'm not seeing any heavy armor. And by the way, there are plenty. You can get Tigers, you can get King Tigers. I use them. And boy, oh boy, those things are great. They just, oh my, they wreck everything in their way. Essentially, it's like the bulldozer of this game. You just let it go, and it just clears a path with everything in front of it. Oh boy. Oh, wait, let's see. Russia. How are you doing over here? Wow, you are, choking Hungary and Romania. Budapest is still okay. Kinda. The troops are almost at its border. Italians seem to be fighting there, so it seems like the Italian forces we saw swarm over, slowly being pushed back. They're fighting, but they're kind of being hammered. Um, Looks like the German push near Bratislava actually kind of worked. They kind of deflected a lot of Russian forces. So whatever they sent over there seems to be working out against the Russians. That being said, probably not going to last for much longer. The fact they don't have the production to produce more units essentially eliminates any chance of a long-term gain. Even the Italian push in France, I've taken over half their country. I may take Rome next turn, maybe, hopefully. If that's the case, that's great. Like, I will literally cut off the Italian capital. And by the way, that would be 2 years before the Allies took it in normal time. That being said, I mean, it would also be an incredibly long period of time for them to even retake France, and I didn't have to worry about that. So, again, take for what you will about how this game's turned out, but I think it has been somewhat disappointing, but for at least the Germans, but at least the Italians have been doing a pretty good job at fighting. I mean, let's be honest. Without German support, they've lasted a lot longer in France than, not France, in, Africa than they had any right. Alright, so close. We'll take that next turn. Broadcast tower. All artillery. Actually, we'll put you here to guard in case of a flank, and we'll move you further. Actually, we'll keep you there. And unless my artillery guns can take unless I can take the city this turn. Boom, bada bing. Dresden is now under our control. We have a couple forces making sure the Germans don't counterattack. I feel like Breslau will probably be a city the Russians take. I'll just make sure they don't push any further. I'll take any ground I can get. Let's head down south, hit Passau. There we go. Alright, Nuremberg should be ours next turn as well. Alright. And looks like the French are finally pushing in. Wow, look how many French troops you guys have. Hey, France, send them down to somewhere more important. I got this. It's not like you guys were helping me. I mean, your fortified line kind of helped, but whatever. Yeah, 1 month. Hopefully? Maybe? Like I said, I didn't hear America declare war, so I don't know if that's even a thing. Hopefully it is. I would really want them to be here. I like how one of the few German fighters is in a city completely surrounded. Like, they have one mountain pass where they're getting reinforcements from. But otherwise, they are done for. Absolutely done for. Luckily my Spitfires are doing exactly 2 and 15. Exactly what I need you to do, Spitfires. Just keep annihilating all that. Well, random fight over here. 41. All in yellow. All near death. That's what my fighters do. They will take you down. Guaranteed. Alright. Hit the city. Probably at a low enough point that they can't really do much, but just in case, I'll hit it one more time. Alright, let's move this unit here, we'll move this over here, and this unit down south, and then we'll have all battleships open fire. Looks like the Italians are finally sending more reinforcements down here, but it's kind of late, gonna be honest. Let's hit Venice in the meantime. A little bit of damage there. And now all infantry attack the city. And what do I find? Wow, I am woefully unprepared. Dang it. Well, we'll keep hitting it. Hopefully we'll, hopefully these guys will get double hits very shortly and I can do a lot more damage, but we're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Alright. I guess try to start hitting Tunis. And that's at a point where you can't really do much. So, B-17, start pounding Florence. Overwhelming air superiority. Oh, it's this game, it's great. Heal. Oh yeah, the bomber's up here. Right. Where do I hit? Nuremberg, you're kind of getting low. Actually, Passu. Let's push you down to a point where I can easily take you, because I'll probably be able to do so hopefully next turn or the turn afterwards. At least weaken you down to a point where I can easily knock you out. See? That unit, kind of random, honestly. Alright, and yeah, just keep holding. You hold, I'll take out that unit, and I'll send my Churchill over here to help as well. Actually, send these guys over. Try to help take this thing out. Alright, yeah, let's put you up in Italy, because I kind of need that. Help you with that infantry. Maybe, just maybe, that could help turn the tide. Because, again, I'll be fighting more heavily armored units that the Italians have. So, again, I probably need some more fighters up there to help out. Luckily, Africa I'm not worried about. We pretty much have that under wraps. So... Oh, hello there. Hi, little submarine. Get annihilated. I like how it instantly pops down. Like, yeah, take it out. If that isn't total naval superiority, I don't know what is. Another bomber. Man, Man, the Americans are just sending over tons and tons of bombers. Really have to thank them. We'll send them down south to Italy. That's where I kind of need it. Because, again, I don't have howitzers, which is why this air superiority thing is going really well. I just noticed that's a lot of Italian units. I have no idea. I think battleships and aircraft, my Spitfires, are probably the only, like, units that have probably survived this entire game. Most of my, I couldn't tell you. I would say probably my entire fleet has survived because I haven't been able to build new ships. They've all been okay. I've withdrew them when I needed to. Same thing with aircraft. I never lost an aircraft, so those are probably the two things. I can't tell you ground troops. I probably lost quite a lot of ground troops. You're fine. You're fine. I don't look. If you're watching from a mobile, that's fine. I actually hate. I think I'm gonna actually have a serious moment. Does anyone else have the problem with their smartphone autocorrect is getting dumber? Because I found over the past year, it's been getting stupider and stupider, and it's just ridiculous. Like, I will type in something, and it'll just, like, autocorrect to the strangest words that it's like, what is this? Like, it will autocorrect to the wrong pronunciation, wrong form of there. Like, I'll say I want to go there, like, they there is going to be a party, and then uh it's like, okay, you expect a correct form, but it like autocorrects to the wrong form, like, what? Um, or I will type in you and it'll type I, and it's like, that's that's just wrong. Or like we just really really weird forms. I'm just like, okay, I don't know. It's definitely not weird, and like, okay, maybe you could argue it's words you use a lot, but then it'll autocorrect to like really really strange words that I never use. And I'm like, really, I want to type in was it oh, what was one? I type in hit and it auto corrected to shit, and I'm like, why are you auto correcting to a curse word of all things? I don't know. Hearts of Iron, I've heard about it. I know it's a really really awesome World War II game. I haven't gone around to playing it. I don't have it. I know it's been on Steam sale for like $3, but I know Hearts of Iron 4 is coming out, hopefully next year. And they say it's a good point to start off, at least with the developers. So if that game's good, I'll play it on my channel. I like a lot of RTS. Oh, next year I'm very excited because you have that. You have Halo Wars 2. Hopefully Relic has something different. There's a lot of really cool strategy games coming out next. Oh, XCOM. You have XCOM coming out. So next year is gonna be great for strategy. I'm very happy about everything coming out. They're scared. They're like, oh no. Yeah, you know what's gonna happen to that city. You know. Dang it. I don't want to risk it. Broadcast tower. Down to London. Wow, there goes 12 infantry. Did I make that? Whatever, just land. Just hold. You just hold there. We'll put you on the next ship out, I promise. Alright. Broadcast tower. Administrative building. Wait, is there a new project they worked on? Oh no, they're all good. They're all being developed. Alright then, so let's keep pushing south. Yeah. Well, I love my phone. I have an LG G4, and I have it in a case that is really nice because it's a case in which it's a wallet slash phone, which is really nice, and it actually is a really nice screen. It was one of the first phones with like a 2K screen, so it's Ultra HD, which is, it's like, oh, Ultra HD phone, sign me up. That's awesome. Let's see. Let's push to Prague, I guess, in the meantime. Yeah, let's push over here. We'll have you guys push down south. Just random infantry, I guess. Now you hold there. We'll have you guys take the hill. We'll have these guys. Can I actually send you guys down this way? No. Kind of being slow. All right, we'll send you over here. Like I said, this city, hopefully the Russians can take it. I really don't want to go through that. It's going to be a pain. Meanwhile, let's continue our trek into Nuremberg. Wow, okay, maybe not. Maybe they... Oh, did they... Oh, wow, having a howitzer probably would have helped take that city. God dang it. Probably should have put it there. We'll take it next turn. That's guaranteed. Look how close... The aircraft will be running for the hills. Anyway. Looks like Germany's putting up one last defensive line. Trying to make sure I don't push through, but That's just not gonna work, dude. Just not gonna work. Alright, no resistance. Alright, so we can focus a lot of our... Actually, let's reposition our fighters. We'll move them to Frankfurt, that way I'm a little bit closer. And that speaks with these guys as well. We'll actually send the Howitzer down over here. Help attack that. This Howitzer, I guess... Let's see, what... Oh, wait, there's some infantry over here that could use it. That's good. And these tanks, I would assume... Alright, the French are holding just fine. We'll just, again, just send them on reserves. In case the spot opens up that I need to hold. Alright, bombers, where do I need you to hit? Hipposo. Alright, really can't do any more damage to it, so we'll start hitting Prague. No resistance. Probably should have sent these fighters out. Yeah, I think all the Italian stuff kind of was sent out. Alrighty then. Can I do anything to Rome? No, I can't. I'll be 17, start hitting Florence. Yeah, I think this is what, like, I think all the convoys are from America. And that's why I'm getting so many B-17 bombers. It's just America sending over their supplies and I'm just managing it. Works with me. I'm using them, as you can see, quite effectively. At just slowly but surely beating them back. I really have alright, you can heal. I have all the places I want to keep, like, all the places ooh, you're being injured. Alright, hold on, fall back. Just fall back a little bit. We'll get you back in the city. You keep dang it. I don't want to lose you, I can easily put them back in that city to start the bombardments. So, not too worried. Put you guys on defense. Should be able to hold. And we'll just keep bombing the city. Rome is going to be a pain. Even though that destroyer can attack twice, it's still not going to be as effective as a battleship hitting something. Which is why I'm not saying it down there. Just hold. Another one? Oh my god. I feel bad now. These B-17s, yeah. I feel bad. I have so many bombers that I feel like I'm just leveling. Like, it's like I'm just literally going out and just leveling. Oh, boy. It's getting sad. The Italians are just getting leveled. Actually, I haven't looked over by Hungary and them in a while. Looks like Finland's been taken over. Smithy. Just for those who don't know, it's funny because you guys are talking about girlish games, and he just mentioned Life is Strange. Um, maybe expect that in the top 10 games that I'm gonna release on Thursday. Maybe expect that. So I will say this: it it may have the idea of a girl. Oh my god, my units are dying. How the All right, what is hitting these things? There's no howitzers. I have my territory. I have a huge like fleet currently bombing them, but just maybe expect that on my top 10 games list. Once again, my Gray Shop Productions podcast, we should be debuting that hopefully tomorrow, maybe Thursday at the latest. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Um, it's gonna be interesting us because again, we are doing these like short previews. That way, you guys can see our favorites, and then if you want to hear us discuss all of them, you can hear my brother and I literally say, "This is why this game won or beat this game, or why we thought it was better." And we thought it would be better to do just a simple these are our favorite games of the year, not this is the best platformer, this is the best strategy game, this is the best shooter. It's like no. Like these are our favorite games. That's it. I I I hate when it oh my god, I just realized look at all the Italian forces. Oh my god. That is going to be a pain. That is literally going to be a pain. Just fight all of that. My god. I feel like Italy just is like had so many forces that literally when Africa was like in like okay it's not going away, they just sent everything, and I thought that they literally was like they were just sending all their units. No, no. Apparently they just sent a small portion. That is a lot of units left. My God. No wonder they invaded France. They're like, well, we have all these units. We could send them down south, which they probably could have, and they probably could have stopped me from taking half their country. Or we can invade France. Let's go invade France. We're kind of late on that. Yeah. All right. Oh, good. The ship's up. Get that battleship back in action. Oh, this unit's done. All right, just focus on gold. I don't really need. I don't need anything else. All right, you. I like how this tank's been like development for God knows how long. All right, just get there. We could use you. Uh, military base. Administrative building. Alright, infantry hold, artillery guns fire. Alright, let's push down and try to knock out a lot of the infantry. We're getting close to Prague. We can probably take Prague. Nuremberg is under our control. I just noticed that we've been trying, well, I've been trying anyway, to like get more cities, but I realized we have not taken a single city in this entire thing. That being said, I mean, like any single city that we need to capture. But as you can see, we've taken a majority of their cities. Like, yeah. Also, a problem is we have a lot of we have a lot of forces over here, which could be an issue. Parachute mechanized infantry. Okay. Uh, okay, we have the Churchill and stuff being made. That's fine. Let's see. I guess if I can... This is gonna be strange. Can I switch out mechanized infantry, the howitzer? I'll have these guys on standby. We'll push up momentarily and get our howitzers in range. I guess just hold for the meantime. Is that SS? Actually, that's a good question. What do they have in this? Is this all... Yep, it's all SS. Or a lot, some of it's SS, some of it's half SS, half infantry. That's why I'm having so much trouble taking that city. Alright, begin the bombing of Munich. Oh, wait. Wow, I was gonna say move my fighters first, but apparently that's not a thing. Oh, boy. Alright, is there anything, guys? Actually, should probably move this thing over here. P-40 Warhawk. Is there anything up there? No resistance. Some fighters. Don't know where they're fighting me from. Oh my god. It's... Was this Romania? Hungary. I'm fighting Hungary fighters. The German Air Force is so backwater that their allies, their weaker allies, has to send their fighters in and cover Germany. Oh my god. That's great. That is great. Like I said, the Russians got my back. Actually, we may be able to send our forces across and maybe, just maybe, take the city before the Russians do. Who knows? Maybe we can do that. Maybe. Down south, this city that's caused me so much grief, so much issues, so much heartache. Alright, save. I'm saving the game. Or it might crash on me, which is why. Please, let me take this city. Really? You gonna do this to me now? I can't win! I can't... Oh well. So, that's gonna end the stream. Good thing I saved. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tune in tomorrow. We're probably going to finish off Germany. Like, Germany has nothing left. Like, I'll keep pushing through Germany at breakneck speed. And then it will probably be me, like, pushing into, like, Austria, Germany. And then, like, swinging around Italy is probably, like, the next phase while me just pushing down. So I'll probably split my army, my British army in Germany in two. One to swing around, and one to just keep pushing down and try to go through that small corridor if I can. Otherwise, I'll just send my entire army down and swing around and try to invade Italy that way. Probably will take Rome, hopefully. Probably facing a lot more issues in there, but we definitely... If we can conquer that city in Africa, we'll finally be able to take Africa and get the heck out of there, because that's caused me so much issue. I can't believe how... I really thought Africa I would have, like, 2 streams ago, but apparently that's not the case. Any last questions? Oh, Ruse. Love Ruse. Love Ruse. One of my favorite games. Servers, I think, may still be up. It's definitely up on PC. Not up for sale. That's weird. They took it off for sale, but you can still buy it. I'm sure some people still have it, like, get keys and stuff for it. So if you want to get it, you still can. It was, like, on sale for, like, $2.50. I can't recommend it. That game was great. Ubisoft probably took that thing down. But the servers are still up. My brother checked it. No, what about Croatia? We'll liberate Croatia. Stop talking. We will liberate goddamn Croatia. Don't worry. What about Finland? Finland's in a civil war. Sorry, Finland. The Russians can help you out. I'm sure I'm sure that way you'll be fine. But overall, we should be fine. Like I said, we'll pretty much liberate Germany and next stream, and hopefully get Rome and get the heck out of Africa. But in any case, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time.